Well, guys, it isn't too long after I had made the Feraligatr video when I had made the comment saying in the fact that Nullifying Zero, basically Japan's version of Perfect Order, well, not Japan's perfect version, but our Perfect Order is Japan's Nullifying Zero. The set is going to be fully released January 23rd, which at the time of this recording is 4 days from now. All 80 main set cards from Nullifying Zero have been officially revealed. The set will release on January 23rd in Japan. I know the set is slated to be released in March, which is hopefully the good thing we're looking for here. Now, shout out to Poke Beach once again. Poke Beach always getting their stuff done. So thank you guys for all the hard work that you're doing over there. We appreciate all the translations, everything going on over there. Okay, now some of these cards have already been revealed and I've already seen them before, but some of them I haven't. It is a straightforward thing that we are going to be doing here. We're going to be giving the evolution and the whole evolution line that we're looking at for our card a 1 to 5. 1 being you're never going to see this in play unless someone's doing this for funsies or whatever, and 5 being you should make a deck with this. So without further ado, let's get into this tiny set. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Gift, and today we are looking at the tiny set of 80 main cards in Nullifying Zero in Japan. If this tracks, guys, this is going to be a small set. This will be smaller than Phantasmal Flames. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. We have also some illustration rares apparently of the Clefairy, Esper, and Talonflame as well. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The set introduces 4 more Mega Evolutions: Mega Zygarde, Mega Starmie, Mega Clefable, and Mega Skarmory. We'll get these in the Perfect Order set list, and these are our 4 cards that we are getting. We are getting Mega Zygarde, Mega Clefairy, or Mega Clefable, excuse me, Mega Starmie, and Meowth, because Mega Skarmory ain't good enough to be on this list. So here we are. So here are the cards. They are all in Japan. Oh, we got a Salazzle. Okay, Mega Starmie EX. Yep, we did see that one. Mega Clefable. Yep, there's that one. Oh, there's some dinos in here. Okay, Mega Zygarde. We've seen that before. Yveltal's getting a card. Okay. Mega Skarmory, and then there's Meowth. And that looks like that's all of it there. Alright, we're going to get right into it. Starting off, we have Spinarak and Ariados. Spinarak, 60 HP for 1 grass, Gooey Thread, 10 damage during your opponent's turn, defending Pokemon can't retreat. And Ariados with 1 grass energy, Poison Circle, 50 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned, and during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. I mean, it's okay. You're not really going to see this. You're going to get like a 1.5 out of this. I do like the second one, though. It's poisoned. So, I mean, you can play something around with the poison line. So, I mean, I don't think that's going to be like too crazy. But, I mean, it's a thought. Let's see what else we got. We got Shaman. Flower Delivery. Search your deck for an energy and attach it to one of your bench grass Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. 2 out of 5. Maybe you see it as like a setup start. It's free retreat. Okay, that might be like 2.25 out of 5. That's not bad. We have Snivy, Servine, and Superior. Okay, so we're getting another Superior line. We got one in Black Bolt, I think. And honestly, I like it. It's a very good card. Snivy, Reckless Charge, 30. Does 10 damage to itself for 1 grass. Servine, Solar Cutter for 40 damage for 1 grass energy. Superior, 2 grass energy for Royal Command. 20 damage times this attack does 20 damage for each Pokemon you have in play. So you could have a max of 120 damage off Royal Command, but if you have a Terra out and you have Area 0, it will become an 8 bench plus 1 in the front, does 180 because you have 9 Pokemon out. And 3 grass energy for Solar Winder, 100 damage plus if you have Rose's Encouragement in your discard pile, does 150 more. I'm guessing we're getting a card called Rose's Encouragement. This last attack has me a little interested. I think it's okay. I'll give it a respectable 2.5 out of 5. It's a 250 shot, so I mean if you put a max belt on there, that's pretty good. Scatterbug, Spoopa, and Vivillin with that's Superior. Scatterbug, 1 grass, 20 damage. Spoopa for 1 grass energy. Hide, flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects of attacks under this Pokemon. And effects, it's not bad. Ooh, Villain. Big wings. Once during your turn, you may have your opponent shuffle their hand and put all of those cards on the bottom of their deck, and then draw 4 cards. That's a nasty ability. That is nasty. Oh my goodness. Okay, blow through 60 plus. If there's a stadium in play, to 60 more. This is probably going to be one of our promo decks right here. This is a nasty, nasty card, guys. Holy crap. Okay. I'm gonna give this. Now this would be really good with like Venusaur and Meganium. Mainly using this ability because you can just evolve because you're going to be having Force Vitality, which is really good. I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. This is the low end of the HP for stage 2 non-EX, so that's okay, I guess. Rowlets, Dartrix, Decidueye. Did I pass at the beginning? Did I not say Decidueye EX at the beginning? Because I saw Salazzle. Oops. Okay, my bad. Rowlet, Grass, find a friend. Search your deck for Pokemon, reveal it, put in your hand, shuffle your deck. Not bad. And 80 for a basic. That's really good. 3 colorless, tackle for 30. Dartrix, 100 HP, Phaser Shot. Discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon. This attack does 90 damage to that Pokemon. I don't know, my brain's trying to think of something with this, but I can't really think of like something good with it. I don't know. It's an interesting move. I don't know. Okay, not bad. Decidueye EX, Sniper Eye. If your opponent has exactly 4 cards in their hand, ignore all costs in this Pokemon's attack. Crush Arrow, 240. Discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Oh. Okay. So, you could, in theory, play this with Villain. Oh my gosh, guys, this is another Relicanth deck. This is another Relicanth. So think about it like this, right? Ignore all the basic energy cost in this Pokemon's attack. You can use moves from its previous evolution. Dartrix Phaser Shot. It ignores all of it. You don't have to discard, but you need to figure out a way to do more damage. I think respectable 3 out of 5 wouldn't be bad. Hopefully. All right, what do we got here? Fletchinder and Talonflame. So Fletchling's got to be somewhere on here then, right? So we'll wait to hold off on that until, well, I doubt Fletchinder is going to do anything, but I'm going to just skim through. I'm not going to look until I see what. Right. Okay, here we go. Fletchinder. Chirp. Search deck for 2 Pokemon with fire resistance. With fire resistance? Reveal them, put them in your hand. Okay. Now back to the rest. We have Fletchinder with, what do you call it? Flare, 60 damage, 2 fire energy. Talonflame. Is that a Tomokazu Kamiya? No, it's not. That looks pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool art. Talonflame, Sky Hunt. Once during your turn, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent discards a random card from their hand. Fire Wing, 2 fire energy, 110. Interesting ability. I'm going to say 1.5 out of 5. You may see some play with this, but I don't know why. Interesting. Salandit and Salazzle EX. Fire Claws, 20 damage for 1 fire energy. And Salazzle EX Nasty Plot. Search your deck for 2 cards, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck for 1 fire energy. And Fatal Nail for 2 fire energy, 100 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and burned. Switch this with one of your benched. The Nasty Plot move is more interesting than the Fatal Nail. I mean, I'll give it a 2 out of 5. You might see some play with like a fire deck, like Zard, maybe. I don't know. Interesting. Turtonator, Thorny Shell. When this Pokemon takes damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon while it is in the active spot, discard an energy from this attack from the attacking Pokemon. And for 2 fire energy and a colorless, Heat Breath, 80 damage plus. Flip a coin. If heads, does 80 more. Has no resistances. Retreat costs a 2. You might play this with like Camerupt and have like an air balloon attached to it. I could see that. A little bit of a stall, but it's 120 for a basic, which isn't bad at all. 1.5 out of 5. You might see something. Another Dugong. Didn't we just get one in Phantasmal Flames, guys? We got another Dugong, one of my favorites from Gen 1. Seal, Rain Splash, 10 damage. Wave Splash, 2 water energy, 30 damage. And Dugong, Wash Out. As often as you like during your turn to remove water energy from your bench Pokemon to your active. This is interesting. Because, guys, if you guys don't know, there is a Armor Rouge from base set Scarlet Violet that has the exact same kind of ability. except instead of as often as you like during your turn, you may move a water energy from your bench to Pokemon to your active. It is a fire energy. I played this deck a lot, and it worked. It's one of my favorite box decks in the meta rotation. I like this, and it could be really good in a water deck. I just don't know what, because the way you play fire is because you have Ho-Oh EX. And with Ho-Oh EX, you're able to take 2 fire energy from your hand attached to your Ethan's Pokemon any way you like. So, with this, you need a Pokemon with water energy to attach from your hand. And I don't think there is one yet. So I think right now I'll save it at 2.5 out of 5. It is possible to run something like this. Actually, well, Excalibur. But man, you have to get a stage 2 and a stage 3. That's not worth it, man. Nah, not worth it. It's a nice idea, though. I like it. 2.5 out of 5. Still. Staryu, Water Gun, 20 damage. Mega Starmie EX, Jet Blow, 120. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And Nebula Beam for 3 colorless, 210. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any effects of your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, here is the thing. The second attack is really good. Ignition Energy is a thing. You can run it with it. That's pretty good. Think about it like Mega Camera Up DX, right? You guys, he's got a 1 energy move that can do 80 plus 160 if you got an energy on the top of your deck. Or, its bottom move does 280, and you have 3 colorless and a fire energy, ignition and a fire. But I'm more focused on this first move, actually. 120 and then does 50 to the back. I'm thinking Call Bell. I'm thinking Salvatore. It's 1 energy. You go second. You get set up. As long as they don't get a Lucky Buddy Poffin, you are in the mix. That is good. I like it. I think it's got some prowess to it. I'm going to say 4 out of 5. I think you will see some play with this deck, because I would like to play this deck. Thank you, Mega Starmie EX, for always being fashionable. Amura. Oh, Amura and Aurorus. Guys, for those who didn't know, I started playing Pokemon in Team Up Sun and Moon, right? I love fossil Pokemon. One of my favorites are Armaldo and Cradily. My second favorites are Amura, Aurorus, as well as Tyrant and Tyrantrum, which I saw on the way through this, so we are going to be getting it. Excellent. And guys, I don't think we've gotten this since X and Y, I think. That's really cool. Amura, Icy Wind, 50 damage. What your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep for a water and a colorless. Okay, so it's a stage 1, because it needs to be a fossil first. Aurorus evolves from Amura. Tundra Wall, while this Pokemon is in play, all of your Pokemon that have water energy attached take 50 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon. This ability doesn't stack, and for 2 water and a colorless for Freezing Chill, 150, during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't attack. Interesting. I like the first ability because it can play with Empoleon EX. Empoleon's attack is 210 damage for a metal and a colorless. It has the same sort of style as Mega Starmie EX. Now, I believe... Okay, so Empoleon EX takes 60 less. Okay. It's Emperor Stance is the one that I'm thinking of. Okay. But still, that's really good. So you have a water energy and a colorless right there. That's really good. So guys, if you run Iron Defender, which takes 30 less damage, which when you use it, your active metal Pokemon take 30 less damage. And with Empoleon's effect of its attack takes 60 less on the next turn. So we're looking at 90. And Aurorus, if we have a water energy attached, it takes an extra 50 less, which is 140. That's stupid good. A Dragapult attack against that is only doing 60, guys. 60 damage if you have Iron Defender. Even without it, you have Aurora, it's 110. That's nuts. I'm going to give this ability 3.5 out of 5. You're going to see this with some water Pokemon, absolutely. And if you see it with Empoleon, I 100% back you up on that. Volcanion. Volcanic Strength, 50 damage. Water and a colorless. Powerful Steam for 2 water and a colorless. 90 damage. Flip a coin for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. That's 90 for each heads. This could work with Dugong from earlier. It's a basic 130, which is really good. I like it. 2.5 out of 5. Just need to figure out a way to get those water energies up there. Shinx, Luxio, and Luxray. Shinx, Lightning, Double Scratch, 10 damage. Flip 2 coins, that's 10 for each heads. Luxio, Roar of the Tiger ability. Interesting for stage 1. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, you can evolve this Pokemon on your first turn. Or on the first turn this Pokemon is put into play. Interesting. What else we got here? Luxray, Pressure, Lightning and a colorless, 70 for each prize card you have taken, and Strong Bolt for a Lightning and 2 colorless, 200 discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Now, what I'm thinking of, this, I mean, you're not going to obviously get set up on turn 1, right? It's the same idea. Salvatore, so you evolve Shinx into Luxio. This comes into effect. And then if you have Luxray in your active, you can immediately evolve. But you are not going to be able to do anything because Reversal Energy is going to be out. You're probably not going to be running it. They're not going to take a prize card on their first turn. I mean, it's alright. I'll give it a 2 for now. It could have some use. But 150 for a stage 2 is really good. I do like that. Dedenne, Tail Generation. For each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon, you may attach a Lightning from your discard to your Lightning Pokemon in any way you like. And that's 70 HP, so that benefits off of Buddy Buddy Puff and... Oh my gosh. Okay, Oh, and Thundershock, 30 damage for one if hits your opponent's active Pokemon paralyzed. Yeah, not worried about that. This one I am worried about, though. I'm gonna say... Honestly, like... I don't know. It's pretty good. I mean, it's probably like more of a late game thing if you're able to get the energy out of your discards, but we have Electrike and Electric. I don't know, 2 out of 5. You might see some use with it. Not bad. Clefairy and Mega Clefable EX. Clefairy, follow me. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with the active. And 2 Psychic for Flop, 30 damage. Not bad. Also 70 HP. Mega Clefable EX, 320 each HP. Ability, Wings of Light. Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done to this Pokemon. Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done to this Pokemon. Interesting ability. So, abilities. What kind of abilities? So, well, one of them would be like Dusclops Dusknoir. Another would be Brute Bonnet. That's pretty good. Shooting Moon for 2 Psychic, 120 plus. You may discard 4 energy from your hand. If you do, this deck does 40 damage for each energy discard this way. It works with Gardevoir, guys. It's getting a last Oorah before it's getting rotated into the bin. Oh my gosh. Okay, this isn't bad right now, current rotation. So what I will add is that it's all right now. Like, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. You can run it with Gardevoir, but after that, it's probably going to be a 3 out of 5. I don't really see people going to be running this unless you can keep getting the energy out of your discard. And you can only run about 4 psychic patches. I mean, it's all right. I think 3.5 current meta, 3 post rotation. What do we got? We got Mawile the Mawile. A Psychic and a Colorless, Double Eater for 60 damage. Discard up to 2 energy cards from your hand. Stack to 60 for each discarded this way. Max of 121. You're not going to see it. Esper and... Oh, really? I was about to say, did I miss Mega Meowstic? Because Meowstic has a Mega, and it's not here. Okay, we're not getting it yet. Esper, Colorless, Nap. Heal 20. And 1 Psychic for a Stampede for 10 damage. Oh no, a Stampede of Esper is so fluffy. Yeah. 1 Psychic for Meowstic to perplex. Your opponent's active Pokemon is confused. And 1 Psychic for Psychic. 30 damage. This attack does 30 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. For 1 Psychic, it's not bad. I'll give it a respectable 1.5 out of 5. We got Spritzy and Aromatisse. 1 Colorless, Heal Scent, 30 damage. Or Sweet Scent, heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. And 1 Psychic for Ram, 10 damage. Aromatisse, Fragrance Collection. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for 2 Psychic Energy. Reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle. Drain Kiss, 250. I'm more looking at this ability. This deck doesn't matter to me. I definitely think this has something to it. I don't know what, but it works with Gardevoir. Current rotation 3 out of 5. Post rotation maybe a 2 out of 5. Nose Pass and Probo Pass. Nose Pass, Avalanche for 2 fighting does 40. Probo Pass, 2 fighting for Avalanche does 60. 3 fighting and a colorless for Nose Bumper. 260, discard 3 energy from this Pokemon. Okay, here's the thought. You could run Nose Pass and I'm assuming the Barbaracle, which we have talked about before, because I think this might be another promo that we might get. All right, and Hippopotamus, Sand Attack, 10 damage during your opponent's next turn. If the defending Pokemon tries to use an attack, this Pokemon flips a coin. If tails, that attack doesn't happen. Fighting in 2 colorless, bite 60. Okay. Stage 1 evolves from Hippopotamus. Yeah, they got it right. 2 fighting a colorless, Tornado Drill, 80 damage. If you played Tarragon from your hand during this turn, discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. This might be our promo, actually, now that I think about it. 2 fighting and a colorless, heavy impact, 130. This is cool. I don't know who Tarragon is. It's similar to Great Tusk Mill from Temporal Forces. Not bad. I'm going to give this a 2.5 out of 5. Some people might use this as a mill deck, and I kind of like it. Landorus, 2 fighting, Rock Tumble, 50 damage. This attack is infected by resistance. And 2 fighting and a colorless, Screw Knuckle. I don't like the name of that. 120, return an energy card. Return an energy card attached to this Pokemon to your hand. You could do like a Boomerang Energy and be fine with that. 1 out of 5. No one's going to play it. Binacle and Barbaracle. Binacle, double draw 2 cards for a fighting energy. 2 fighting for scratch and 30 damage. This is the big one. Barbaracle. Ability, Stone Arms. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic fighting energy from your hand to one of your fighting Pokemon. We're not going to worry about this. This is gas. This is gas since we know what Mega Zygarde does. A lot of you probably know. 4.5 out of 5. The low HP on a stage 1 scares me. No, that's actually kind of high. 4.75 out of 5. That's actually nice. I like that a lot. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Tyrantrum. Excellent. 2 fighting and a colorless. Get Angry. 20 damage. Times the amount of times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon. So it's like Screamtail from Temporal Forces. Huh, weird. But you can choose where to put it. This is just an attack. Tyrantrum. Guys, I don't even look at its ability. Guys, 180 HP. Oh my gosh. That's, you had 10 HP left. You're doing 340 damage. Guys, this is the promo. This is the promo. If I don't get this in my promo box, I will be sad. Okay, Tyrantrum. Tyranno Guts. Okay, if this Pokemon has any special energy, gets a 150 bonus HP. What? That is insane. For a stage 2, 180 HP, gets 150 special energy attached. Fighting in a colorless? Wreck Havoc. No, we're not even worried about that. Wait, 160. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each head, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. That's really good. That's also really good. I mean, we're worried about the Get Angry move. With Relicanth, you can use this. This is simple. It's still a stage 2, but it's really, really good. I don't know what else to explain about this except this card is good. You're going to see this card in play, and I'm going to play this 5 out of 5. You play Relicanth, you're going to win with this card, guys. Because imagine, you're at 320 HP. Your opponent just needs one more Bidoof to sneeze on you, but you pull your Relicanth, and you have the energy, and you do a grand freaking total of 640 damage. With a stage 2 basic, or stage 2 90X. 5 out of 5. That's like my favorite so far in the set. Halucha. Revenge Kick, 30 damage. If your bench Pokemon have any damage to 60 more. 1 out of 5, not going to see it. There's the boy. Mega Zygarde EX. 3 fighting. Gaia Wave, 200. During your opponent's next turn, I'm sorry. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. Blah, blah, blah. Nullifying Zero. 5 fighting energy, guys. For each of your opponent's Pokemon, flip a coin. If heads, does 150 to that Pokemon. Oh my good golly, Miss Molly. Wait. Hold on. Why does it say it doesn't apply weakness or resistance bench? For each of your opponent's Pokemon, flip a coin. If heads, this does 150 to that Pokemon. Can you choose where it goes? This isn't a straight shot. This is a bench snipe and a straight shot. Holy crap, you can choose where it goes. I misread that the first time. I knew that this was here. That's nothing to debate about, guys. I knew what Mega Zygarde did in the card game. 5 out of 5. It's a bench snipe that goes everywhere. The energy is high, but you have ways around that. Wow, 5 out of 5. Ghastly Hunter Gengar. Surprise attack, 30 damage. Flip a coin if heads. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Cool. Haunt. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. Ability Infinite Shadow. If this Pokemon will be knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, instead of discarding it, return it to your hand. Discard all other cards attached that are not Pokemon. And 1 Dark Energy from Mind Jack. 10. This does 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So maximum 160. This is probably also possibility one of the promos. It's not bad. It's like a backup for like Mega Gengar EX. 2 out of 5. Might see some use. Excuse me. Skorupi and Drapion. 2 dark. Poison Jab. 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. And Drapion. 2 dark. Rack down. 60 damage. 3 dark. Hazard Tail. 100. This Pokemon does 72 to itself. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and paralyzed. Not good. Like, I don't know. 1 out of 5. 1.5 maybe. Yveltal EX. Death Soul for 2 dark or 3 dark. Knock out each of your opponent's Pokemon that is 50 HP or less remaining. Wow, that's dark and the same amount of energy. Dark Strike, 210 during your next turn. This Pokemon can't use Dark Strike. This first one. You could do something with that. You could. I will give it a respectable 3.5 out of 5. It has potential. Chien-Pao, a dark Chien-Pao. 1 dark for strafe, 20. You may switch this Pokemon to one of your benched. 2 dark and a colorless Rising Blade for 80. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an EX, does 80 more. Okay. Mega. Oh, I didn't grade it. Like 1 out of 5. This is way too much for that move. Mega Skarmory EX for 2 metal and a colorless. Sonic Ripper. Shuffle all energies from this Pokemon in your deck. Does 220 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Mega Skarmory, I like you a lot. I wanted you to be better, but this is like a 1.5 out of 5. You're not going to see this. For retreat, though. That's nice. Honedge, Doublade, Aegislash. Honedge, cut, 10 damage for a colorless. Doublade, 2 colorless. Sword Stash, 60 damage times the amount of Honedge, Doublade, and Aegislash in your hand. For each one I reveal. Oh, that's... okay, that's surprisingly good. Aegislash, 3 colorless, 80 damage, and a metal and 3 colorless. Metal Slash, 230, can't attack her. Run Relicanth. You can get all the benefits of Aegislash with the 150 HP, and that way Doublade isn't like completely scuffed. This is pretty good. I like it. 4 out of 5. You could do a lot. You could do a lot. You play Hyper Aroma. You get 3 stage 1s in your hand. That's 180 damage. That's pretty cool. Clef Key, Memory Lock. Choose your opponent's. It's like a 1 out of 5. You might use it. 2 out of 5. Might use it. Rattata and Raticate. Take down 30 damage. Just 10 to itself. Raticate. 1 colorless. Scrape off 20 before doing damage. You may discard a Pokemon tool from your opponent's Pokemon. Nice. 1 colorless. Countering incisors. 40 per each damage counter on all of your bench. Rattata. Interesting. So they come in off of a, I don't know, a Risky Ruins. There's 3 of them. That's 6 damage counters. It's 240 damage. Pretty good. I give that a 3 out of 5. That is very nice. The 90 HP is worried though. Meowth EX, the last pack art. Ability, Last Ditch. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to your bench, you may use this ability. Search for a supporter card, put in your hand, then shuffle your deck. You can't. Yeah. So it's Luminion. Luminion V is back in the form of Meowth. Yeah, it's good. We need it. We're not even worried about. Oh, Tuck Tail. Oh, we can put all. Oh, back in the hand. Oh, that's nice. Run Ignition Energy. That's cool. 5 out of 5. We need this card back. Snorlax, Big Eater. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, you may search your deck for a basic energy. Oh, they messed up. Basic synergy card and attach it to this Pokemon. Collapse, 160. Now sleep. Like 1 out of 5. Sorry, buddy. Bunnelby and Diggersby. Smash Kick for 10. Diggersby, Earthquake, 140. Does 30 to each of your bench Pokemon. And whack down. 140 is not bad for a colorless. Not bad. 2 out of 5. Fletchling, we already went over, everybody. Frou, hand cut, discard random cards from your opponent's hand until they have 5 cards in their hand. Kind of like that. 2 out of 5. Energy Swat. Your opponent reveals their hand. Choose the energy card you find there. Put it at the bottom of their deck. That's nice. 3 out of 5. Antique Jaw Fossil. Okay, so this is for Tyrant. This Pokemon can be affected by special conditions at any time during your turn. You may discard from play. Intimidating Jaw. If this Pokemon is in your active, attacks from your opponent's Pokemon do 30 less. Nice. Same thing as this one, Antique Sail Fossil. This Pokemon can be affected by effects of supporter cards. Not bad. 5 out of 5 from both of them. Pokepad. Search your deck for a Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. And wow, that's really good. Any Pokemon. Any Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. That's pretty good. 5 out of 5. Lumoise Galette. Heal 20 from one of your and one special condition from your active. 3 out of 5. You might see that. Core Memory. Mega Zygarde EX is the card. This Mega Zygarde EX, this card is attached. You can use the attacks on this card. Geobuster 350. Discard all energy. So that's like a finisher if you want to finish an active Pokemon. That's cool. 5 out of 5. I like it. Oh, Tarragon. This is the one. I'm sorry, guys. I never played ZA. I want to, but I need to save money. Put in a 4 any combination of fighting Pokemon and fighting energy from your discard pile into your hand. That's nice. In the Veen, discard any number of cards from your hand, then draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. That is... Who does that? Who does that? Someone does it better. Iris does that better. We don't worry about that. Rosa's Encouragement. You can only use this card if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Attach a 2 basic energy for your discard pile to your stage 2. Nice. 5 out of 5, like it. Jack Yinthi? I don't know, I'm sorry. Heal 150 from one of your psychic. Pretty good, 4 out of 5. Lumoise City. Stadium. Once during your turn, each player reveals their once during each player's turn, that player may search for their deck for their basic Pokemon. Oh, we're just getting an Artisan? And put it onto their bench. Then that player shuffles their deck. If a player uses effect, their turn ends. That's interesting. It's kind of like Koraidon from base set, right? You get 2 fighting energy, attach them, and your turn ends. But you get a basic, any basic. It's Artisan, but worse. So like 4 out of 5 instead of 5 out of 5. Special energies, guys. And is that it? Yep, that's it. Grow for grass energy. Or grow grass energy, yeah. Cards provides grass energy when attached to a Pokemon. When attached to this Pokemon, gets 20 HP. This card provides psychic energy while attached to a Pokemon. When you attach this card to one of your psychic Pokemon, search for 2 basic psychic Pokemon, put them on your bench. Rock Fighting Energy provides fighting energy while attached to a Pokemon. Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to the fighting Pokemon this card is attached to. All amazing 5 out of 5s. I will say, I think the Mega Pokemon are pretty good, especially Mega Starmie and Mega Zygarde especially. I definitely think that there's going to be quite a few cards in here that need to come out and play. Pokepad is definitely going to be one that's really good here. I mean, that is all we got. Yeah, that's it. There's only 3 illustration rares revealed right now. So we are not going to have to worry about anything at the moment. So that's it. I think the set's going to be really good, but it's really small. So, you know, probably a lot of people are going to be buying this stuff. Or maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I hope you guys are ready for Nullifying Zero. Nullifying Zero does not have an official release date from what I am seeing on here, but I'm going to check one more time just to make sure. It does not say at all. So I have heard it probably will be in March, which would make sense. It's going to be about a month and a half after Ascended Heroes, which will be releasing in just under 2 weeks, guys. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be fun. All right, I think that's the end for me right there. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and thank you guys very much for watching as always, and I will see you guys later.